in the forest.
He's
So we
not
like.
in
because I did have a big gap in there, but there was a point where we found somebody that worked for him or something like that.
So the necromancer worked for Rosseret,
Yeah.
who's a for Nashkel.
Okay.
He's the one who hired the necromancer, whose name escapes me at the moment. He also is the one who hired Tobal, the assassin bandit guy,
That guy I remember.
who
Yeah.
stole the book.
Okay.
We stole the book, and then
and
we killed
who-
him, and then he had like a thing that was set up.
teleport his body away.
Yeah.
And presumably he gave the book to Rosseret because we found something that said he was hired by him.
Wasn't his name
Rosseret's also
Nevaeus?
Evis,
Sven,
something
you're
like
on
that. It's
the
in the
wrong scene,
people's
by the way,
and
as well for
places notes.
streaming.
I'm over here like going through my notes, which are so fucking long.
Well, if you want to find a name, the easiest way is to check Sven's very helpful note of.
Yeah, but I can't
People.
find the. I mean, I hope it would be
pronouns.
under the Rosseret note, but it doesn't
That's what
appear to
I've
be.
got in my thing. So I'm pretty
Working
sure
my
that's
way read through the 15,000 proper nouns we have here.
right.
Evius, Eveus, half elf necromancer sent by Rosseret to get a pearl and book from a lab in the Lightning Clan land. That was like our second mission ever.
Yeah.
Yep. And we also met Jen in that swamp. And all the other people who were with us at the time are no longer here.
Wow. Yeah. Goodness.
Yeah.
Tusk is the only he's the only OG member.
I mean, Jen and Kit 3 have been here since basically the beginning. So it's a little bit of a moot point.
And then here comes John into the fray midway through midway through the life of Nashkel. John just comes waltzing into your life like, "How you doing there? Can we go kill this cloud giant?"
Weirder stuff has happened.
Man, we met you like 2 days ago, if that.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, has it really been 2 days only?
If that.
In the game, yes. In real
the
life,
game?
no.
In real life, no. In the game, yes. But like it feels like it's been so much longer than 2 days in game time because to put it into perspective though, if you logically put it into perspective, one of our fights was like 30 turns, so that's literally like a day and a half itself, isn't it?
No, and one round is 6 seconds. So 30 turns
is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I did not know that.
Fights go very fast. It's just slowed down because each person's taking their turn. but like the
no.
entire round takes roughly 6 seconds. And while we do it in individual order, it technically happens at the same time. Kinda.
Oh well. I thought
it's a little hand wavy.
I thought time was cylindrical, meaning that time went in a circle, basically, if that makes sense. Like for example, we do the fight, it takes time, and then it reverts back to a free time. Like, get what I'm saying? Like, you can go back and visit the same stuff over and over, in a way.
No.
Because, like, time is cyclical. I don't know how to best put it. I'm weird. Don't ask.
Okay.
All right, so let's see if
Wow.
you guys, I can be heard.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
But can the stream hear you?
Try that one more time.
Hello, can you hear us?
Okay. So I am a little bit softer, but I can be heard.
And stream can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you on stream.
All right, so
I'm
I'll
so
just have to
loud.
speak up a little bit to make sure I can be heard well. So no Skyrimscape. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong. I'm 90% sure it is me doing something that I missed. I tried to fix it on the other table I had, and nothing I was trying worked, including turning it off, turning it back on. Now I can't even access the controls anymore, so I don't know what the dealio is with that. But I will talk. I have a friend, and that friend, or acquaintance, I should say, wrote the damn thing. So I'll be talking to him. I already sent him a message. So hopefully by tomorrow night's stream, we will have it. And who knows, it may magically fix itself in the middle of our stream. Stranger things have happened. All right. So I have a pretty good dealio for you guys tonight if you are able to answer the questions correctly. So we are going to go from left to right, starting with John. We're going to throw you a softball question. Where is the party right now?
The party is currently, last time, before we ended off, we were fighting some sort of rock slime that appeared out some sludgy, like, bloody, like, mixture in, like, a bottom left-hand side of the Cloud Castle Keep. And pretty much what happened is, short end of the story was, Kendrick came in with his, or Gimbal came in with his lovely burst of wind that blew the smoke away, and we pretty much just killed it. That's the gist of it.
All right, so the answer was Cloud Keep, and that was in that.
Which was in there.
Yeah, no, I just went for the long answer.
So, next question. I had to rephrase some of the questions because he answered half the questions, so you guys automatically failed because you can't follow instructions. Nick,
Look at all these
go with
questions
you.
harder now.
What
Say
was
again?
the name of, what type of living spell did you guys fight?
We fought a living cloud kill.
Correct. Very good. And then that will go to Ashley. How many griffins are there in the stable?
I believe there were 5, but numbers.
That is correct. There
Whoa.
were 5 griffins in the stable.
Wow.
Genesis. A couple people noticed something unique about the cloud, or unexpected, I should say, about the Cloud Keep that had changed since you guys went on it. What is this thing that's happening that was a little unexpected?
I don't know. I wasn't here last week. Or last 2 weeks ago when we last played this campaign. The thing that's kind of unusual about this place is that like the clouds are like solid and like you can easily walk on them, but I can't think of anything else that might fit
Hey,
that.
Sven,
All right, I
since
don't
she
know
was...
that you weren't here or not, so we'll
I
shift
was
that
not.
over to Kendrick. I don't remember. I thought I had said it 2 weeks ago, two sessions ago, but just in case, we'll see if Kendrick can answer that question.
Isn't the whole thing starting to descend?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that.
All right, so that
It's
also
just
means you
it
never
just
watched
started
the
to
stream. Shame
move
on you.
down. Yeah.
I watched like
And-
45 minutes of it and then got busy and forgot to do it.
All right, so for Mantha, what name two? I mean, yeah, what two types of creatures were in the front room in the main building when you guys came down? There were some humanoids in there. What were they?
There were shoot. They were kind of giant. I don't know. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. I can't remember. I think they were hill giants. And no, I'm blanking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Hill giant
I'm
is
letting this
correct.
down.
Does anybody else remember what the other creature that was with the hill giant? It was one
the
hill
only
giant and
Two ogres.
four other
Or
things.
three
That was
ogres. Four ogres?
Ogres is correct.
That was it.
yes.
All right, so you guys missed one. So I'm going to shift it from super awesome to just awesome. If an enemy rolls a 1, anybody within 30 feet will have advantage on our next roll.
Ooh.
Including other enemies.
If an enemy rolls a 1, anybody within 30 feet of you, any of you within 30 feet will have
Mhm.
advantage. If
On-
they are other
yeah.
enemies, they are not enemies. They are
That's
friends
true.
of that person.
It's true.
All right, so you guys are still in combat for some reason. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Clear all initiatives. Dun, dun, dun.
Nope.
All right, what is the duration? Actually, never mind. I know what the duration of both of those are. Never mind. All right. So, as the cloud kill dissipates, are you going to do anything special with your gust of wind or just stop concentration, Gimbal?
I can just stop concentration. Drop it.
Okay.
Ankle it underneath himself so he starts flying in the air.
Is that a possibility with a thing to do? Just curious.
You would,
Okay.
No.
if you had
I'm
levitate,
just being.
if you did levitate, if somebody did levitate on you, and then you did that, yes.
Maybe if you had like.
You would be traveling very quickly too.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
You could travel around like Iron Man. Just hands behind you, going as fucking fast as possible.
All right. And tokens are unlocked. Let me see if I gave you guys. You guys can decide what you want to do as I look to see if I gave you the experience for.
I'm
the
pretty sure
spell.
you did for this last fight.
I think you did because I went from level 9 to level 10, so.
Well, you are leveling up because
That's
you
so
joined the
cute.
party later, so you're leveling up every fight until we actually till you catch up.
Okay.
Catch up.
Listen, you gotta
Oh gosh,
let.
we are really close to level 12 though.
Listen, you guys
We
gotta
are,
let
yeah.
us catch up.
You know, crazy. I should probably start thinking about which class I'm gonna level up, huh?
What?
I mean, if you
John?
can't decide, you could always take another class.
Yeah, Jen just goes rogue.
Or ranger.
Yeah,
I mean, barbarian.
Jen-
She always
Or
runs
barbarian,
into fight.
if Jen goes rogue, then John is definitely going to turn into a bard. We'll swap places.
All right, so what are you guys doing? You've looked into the room where Gimble's standing in front of, and that's it. What else are you doing?
Well, John's going to go skulk around the big building in the middle there and see if he can find a way in. So,
Is there another room in here? Besides the...
There are 2 other rooms in there, yes.
Well, hey, let's explore them, guys.
Oh,
John just skulking around the main building. Don't pay attention to him.
He
I
looks
mean, the building
suspicious
that
as fuck.
K3 already skulked around.
Ooh, I see a doorway. Sven, is this doorway open at the top of the building here?
Where you were before was open. Those 2 are windows.
Ooh, okay. So do I see any
Stained
doors
glass
around the
windows.
area?
Where you just were. That is a door.
Okay. Guess I'll go in. Can I go in? No, I can't. Okay, so there's nothing in here. Fair enough.
Okay, hold on. There's lots of stuff in there, but now we've split the party. We have to lock the tokens.
Yep.
And while you
he's
around,
walking away.
So K3 is standing in filth. That upper area was all disgusting and was just covered in
Oops.
grossness.
There is a trail, sort of, that Tusk did when he ran through the room.
Yes.
So, at the very least, there's a spot for you to stand and not be, completely sunk in the filth.
The whole building itself is pretty trashed and in disrepair. Genesis, and the room you're in is pretty much empty. There's lots of... The roof has fallen down. You're pretty much standing on the roof at this point. And you could try to lift it up and look underneath. But Gimbal and Tusk, the room you're in has some small pieces of garbage and stuff that has flown in there, but it's mostly empty. And the roof is sagging. Tusk, you would have to bend down if you wanted to walk through it.
So, I'm kind of like crouching here in the entrance.
All right.
Find anything over there, Jen?
And then, so while you guys are looking through here, let me do this. Let's see, stone roof. Let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, good. It is still working. And all right, I'm going to take you to the side. Where's Discord? Here's Discord. Oh, hold on a second. What was that? Give me just a moment, guys. Okay. During the break, I'm going to shut the table down and might be able to fix it. Sirenscape.
Right.
I really like Sirenscape, so I don't know how much, if anybody else cares, but I really like
It's
having
neat.
it around.
It's neat. It is. It's neato.
We're going to go through that trouble doing that. All right, so where is Joker? Drink. All right, so in this room there are, this is back to 5. There's the 2 blue lines are stained glass windows.
Okay.
It is like everywhere else except for the other building you were in. It's very, very old. Some of them are cracked. Some of them are, a lot of it's covered in grime and grossness. And there's a bunch, so the whole room has these weird shadows and different colored sun rays going throughout the room. And there's a bunch of broken furniture and other things in this room.
I can't actually see into the room. Is there no windows or doors or anything? Or
Where you are in that 20 by 15 space.
that's all that's in there? There's nothing in that big square building below me that I can get into?
Yes, you can go south into the next room if you wanted to. Are you just
How
going
about
to
you?
ignore everything in here and just leave?
Well, I mean, there's really nothing in there except stained glass windows and broken stuff. I mean, there's not nothing I can see offhand, can I?
Okay.
All right, so
So this
do I
is
see
a
any?
big dining room.
Okay.
There is a large table with a bunch of chairs in here. The seat of each chair is 15 feet high.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I just like to ready the cantrip for message to send to somebody outside just in case there's trouble. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like ready the cantrip in my head just to say it really fast and send a message to say, "Hey, need help in the main building." That's all I'm gonna do, and I guess walk further into it. I guess like go like through this little doorway here, a cubbyhole here, and just look into the main room, peer in there.
All right. So as you walk past the dining room into this large area, you see a statue all covered with dust and grime
Okay.
in the middle of the foyer. The rest of it is mostly empty. There are some fallen tapestries and a couple paintings
Is there anything I can
hanging
notice worth
crooked on the
value? Is
wall.
there anything noticeable, valuable wise that I can take with me?
Nothing that you can see from here. You'd have to search and
All right, well, I'll just search these
do some
back
more
rooms over
stuff.
here. Search those back rooms over there.
Okay, well, hold on.
All right.
All right, so what are you guys up to? What would you like to do?
After
would
kind
like
of
to get
checking
out
these
of
rooms and realizing that John isn't with us at the moment, we were planning on heading towards the last build. At least that's what I was planning on, was heading towards the last building we hadn't checked yet. So to start moving that way, I guess, and keep
Okay,
an
so
eye
let
out for
me.
John.
There you go. All right, so tokens are unlocked for now. Hopefully he won't move his stuff around. If he does, I'll just move it back. And let's put
Meanwhile,
this
Sven
here.
pulled John aside to start rolling up a new character.
Let us know when we have to stop, Sven.
K3, are you coming with us?
yes, sorry.
Is Athena coming with us?
All right, let me zoom out and follow Tusk for now.
Yeah. Oh, and Jen, yes, the fort is sinking. Like we're closer to the ground than we were before.
Mm,
John
That's not
has
ideal.
tamed a griffin, air quotes.
Air quotes, I see.
Flew it
Tame.
around.
Yes.
And And I accidentally killed one of the lions that you saved earlier.
Well,
Well, I wouldn't say accidentally. You did kill it on purpose, but why is this being stupid? There, holy Nikes.
Still good? Get through, you keeping up with us?
What do we do? Walk around the entire freaking building for an entrance?
yeah, basically.
Well,
All right, Tusk, you're
We've been
standing in front
hearing-
of an entrance. Gimbal, you
Yeah.
see a lion that's unconscious, and you're looking at stained glass windows. Those two blue,
Okay.
light blue drawings are stained glass windows.
I resist the urge to grab a rock.
You know what? Jen's gonna start calling out for John because we don't know where he is. John! John!
All right, give me a moment. All right, so you hear Genesis calling out for you back in the entrance with the
All
stained
right.
glass windows.
All right, I'm just going to. I'll move up.
You going back to where the room where everybody else is? Where you hear the voices, which was
Searching around.
all right. So, I didn't hear anything you said because you moved yourself. So
I
didn't know
yelled,
what was going on.
Jen, I'm in here, this big building by this table, searching around.
All right, so Tusk, you guys see this? Give me a moment here. I need to. This one here. Okay. There we go. All right, so Tusk, you're in an open, in a room that has these large stained glass windows. Gimbal, you can see some of it. Genesis, you can see parts of it as well. And as you're going in there, you see there's lots of piles of furniture. The windows themselves, a couple of the panes are cracked, and there's grime on the windows.
Am I free to keep moving?
Yes.
John is just standing in the
Yeah.
middle of the room here, so.
We're all giving each other like a 10-foot buffer as if we're afraid to get cooties.
Yeah. Hey, John.
Hey, well, I discovered what looks like a giant stone chair here. That's all ritzy ditzy looking and feels like. I don't actually see anything else in this main room here other than this giant stone, like, monolith statue thing here. Do you know anything about it, Tuskora, Jen, or Gimbal?
All right, so Kithri and Gimbal, you guys doing anything in that room? Everybody else is just walk through it, stepping over some of the stuff.
Yeah.
No.
So did Gimbal. Kithri,
Is
you
that a
doing anything
big
in that
table?
room?
Is that a table with food on it?
Kithri? We cannot hear you if you're talking.
I'm sorry.
Are you doing anything in that room?
No, not particular.
Okay. So in this room, there's a huge table with some chairs around it. The chairs are the seats are 15 feet high. The table itself is 20 feet high. So you can't see if there's food on it or not without climbing up and seeing.
John says, do any of y'all want me to levitate you up there for up on the table to see if you see any fancy silverware we can steal?
You have levitate?
Yes, I do. I can levitate you up to 20 feet if you're 500. If you're about 500 pounds. So, willingly, of course.
Should be all right. Here, I'll check
Oh,
the
yeah.
table.
Because
Us backs up about 15 feet.
15 foot
Hold my
vertical
wait.
leap.
And then he gets a running start, and then jumps up 20 feet. His boots of leaping.
I
the
guess.
table.
All right, so you're able
John.
to grab the lip of the table and pull yourself
God.
up.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Do. Here you go. I'll throw it in the tower, I guess. I'm assuming not what I meant to do. Assuming right there.
Oh, I don't have my character up. Let me pull up my character. You guys are going to be speaking in tongues. Give me a moment. Characters. Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
To be fair,
All
the
right, so you
tongue we were
notice that
speaking
one
was
of the
common.
plates looks weird.
So there's one of the plates looks weird. I'm assuming there are other plates and silverware and such. Or is there also food? Because that was a question from Gimble.
There's not any food.
There's some plates and silverware. It looks like this one looks a little weird though, and I'll go and grab that. I'll reach down and grab the weird plate.
All right,
Or if it's a very big plate, he'll kind of grab it and have your hand to look at it a little bit better.
it is a shield,
Hmm.
and it actually looks like, unlike some of the other things, that is sort of warped and gotten modeled and things. It still looks like it's in really good condition.
Oh.
Interesting way to use a shield, but I guess it would be a plate for their size. Oh. You'll go over to the edge and kind of look up. Found a shield up here. It's actually in good condition compared to the other stuff up here.
See
Gimbal,
John,
Jen, you guys want to check this out?
John yells, "Do you see anything shiny?"
Yeah, do you have anything to anchor a rope to? Or I guess you could drop it off, one or the other.
How big?
I mean, if you want to come up here, sure. Here, catch, and I'll toss the shield to Jen
I was gonna say, how big is the shield?
as I go in to reach in my bag. But I toss the shield towards Jen.
How big is the shield? Can I help Jen catch it, or is it big enough that she can catch it on her own?
She gave him an oar,
No.
and he responded with an and I love that so much.
Do it, Jen.
Genesis is just verifying with a 12 strength. Yeah, you're able to catch it yourself. It's a regular shield, so it's 10 feet around.
And then I pull out one of my Titans, kind of hammer it into the wood, the wood of the table near the edge. Take out my rope, tie it to the Titan, and toss it down.
Hold. I have a disc. You just
And you come up
move it
and
up
down
and
with
down.
it.
Right, it'll only be 3 feet though. You're right. I can't lift it. Never mind.
All right, so you
It
pound
can't
the
go up
Python
or
into
down.
the wooden table. It's fine.
All right, very
Very
good.
easy to do, and climb on down. So mark off 50 feet of rope and a python.
Yeah, and like there wasn't much else as I come down. I mean, there wasn't much else up there, but if you want to go check, I mean, feel free.
John just says, "No, I trust you."
Jen's trying to check out the shield that you threw at her. She's very proud of herself for catching it and not getting like smacked in the head with it.
Do you want to be able to keep that rope?
Yeah, I can try and.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I can always go buy
scenario.
another later, but
well, I'm just saying, if you want to climb back up there, untie the rope, and just jump off, I can feather fall you.
Oh yeah.
I can
We
also
could have
levitate him. I can also levitate him down as well if need be. If he wants to save the feather fall in case one of us falls off the thing or something, you know.
Well, I've got all my level ones. I've got a full complement of spells slots to use if I need to for anything. So
Yeah,
I've
fair enough.
hardly. So
Yeah,
since
Jen's
our last
running out of
rest,
spell
I've
slots, but
not been. Haven't done much. I've cast a couple of wind spells. So
I mean, I don't mind also just dropping down hard. It's not anything new. I mostly did that in case someone wanted to go up. But
is there anything? I mean,
Sure.
is there food up there? I mean, to collect. I mean, what's the advantage?
there's no food up there, and honestly, I think if there was, it'd probably be rotten. But no, that was
Okay.
just utensils and plates and the shield. Most of it's not in good condition, as best I can tell, or
Cool.
worth taking.
speaking of the shield, I can see why it is in such good condition. I don't know exactly how, but it does seem like it's magical. So, magical things don't really get damaged. Speaking of, I know I can use shields. Who else here can?
I mean, I have fun on the shield, but I prefer to be on my big weapon.
It's true.
John prefers his dagger sheath, so it's
Are
all up to
you-
you, Jen.
Proficient in shields, though? That's what she's asking.
No, I'm not. No, as I said, John prefers the more minute details of sneaking up and stabbing somebody versus holding a shield.
I have not used my ability to identify something today. If you want me to identify the shield,
Sure. It'd be quick and easy.
I will use my conservator skill and use that once a day thing.
It is +1 shield.
Cool.
Neat.
I will throw in party sheet.
Husk will go back up the rope, collect the rope, and pull out the python, and then, all right. Since no one else wanted to come up, I'm jumping down. Oh, he's busy. I'll be fine.
Who's busy?
No. I'm assuming you're doing identify.
Oh,
Well,
it was really brief. It was really quick.
He's not doing it as a ritual.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
a quick. It's a once a day thing that I have the ability to do that is already prepared. Skill that I'm
Fair
given
enough.
through a feat.
Fair enough. My brain always jumps to everyone casts that out of ritual, so it always takes a while.
Did you want feather fall? You want me to cast feather fall on you so you can jump down and relax?
Sure, he yells from 20 feet up, and he'll jump.
And
Then
I
you
will
can cast it or not.
I casted it. Doesn't have a. It doesn't have. There's no
No, I
official
just
spec for it, so
that felt a little weird, but oh well. So John, you said there was a statue over here?
Yeah, there's a big stone statue at the bottom of the room here that looks interesting, and we might want to check it out. We might want to peg or pick Mantha's, pick Jen's and Gimble's brain on what it might be, given the fact that they're smarter than me. So I figured they would know offhand or anything. So Let's get them to analyze it and see what it is.
Yeah.
I'll just show them the way to the giant statue, which is like right about here. So I'll just go over and stand by it.
Cool. I guess we'll make our way over. As we make our way over, I was gonna be like, I mean, Jen, if you want to fight with the shield, feel free to keep it. It's not like I'd use it, or seemingly anyone else with us.
I mean, like, I think her sword is one-handed, but I also don't think that she'd really use a shield in terms of she's typically also casting spells and needs like hands to do that, you know? Yeah, it's a one-handed weapon, but
I mean,
like
I'm mildly interested in it, but I don't know if Kithri would be. I don't know.
Can you use a shield? I thought
can you use
rogues aren't proficient in shields.
That might also be true. Me as a person is interested.
I mean, you could still use one. Wouldn't be
Could
great at it.
I?
I mean, you don't have to be good at it to kind of just put one in front of you.
A
I don't
simple-
remember
Yeah, no, I
what
don't
it
think.
does if you can't.
I don't think she's
Do
proficient.
you have
Yeah,
simple
it'd be
armor?
on your abilities page.
Well, I
It'd
do
be
have,
simple armor. I
I
think,
do have light armor and simple weapon.
or light armor. It is light armor, isn't it? A shield, a basic shield.
No, shields are a certain type of armor. It's listed
Yeah.
separately.
So it'd be like light armor, shields, medium armor, heavy armor.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Um,
Anyway,
so what does the statue look like?
I don't know. What does the statue look like, Sven?
All right. So as you guys come into this room, and start looking at the statue, this is wrong direction. There it is. It is a large statue of a dragon, a giant fighting some sort of beast. Some of the appendages have fallen off, but it looks like it might have been some sort of serpent or um, salamander, basilisk, something, some sort of reptile-ish thing with scales on it.
Do you guys know any books, or have you guys came across anything per se for that you guys would remember where a warrior would be fighting a basilisk and they need a book read, Gimbal or Jen?
Does it ring any bells for Jen? Like,
I don't know. That's why I'm asking
ask
you.
Sven.
Give me a history check.
Jen's gonna do that. And honestly, I'm probably not gonna use it today, so I'm gonna use my natural diplomat to roll a d8 and add it to my result. Oh, that is
That's just depressing.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's fine. She got a 6, so
Yeah, and it would have been in the tower anyway, but no, you don't know of anything off the top of your head.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I should have planned.
And Gimbal, you're not sure. This giant doesn't even doesn't resemble the one you fought. It's clearly not the one you fought. So you're not sure what's going on.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know.
Technological. Okay. No.
But this is rather dirty and grimy and stuff. Jen, you think there might be its eyes might be not stone.
Hmm. How tall did you say it was?
Statue's 25 feet high from floor to the very top.
Okay.
I suggest we just leave it for now and maybe take note of it and see if we can find something on it later, possibly. Do you think that's a good idea, Jen?
Janet, my spell sheet. Okay.
K3, you're pretty sure you could probably climb it.
Jen has mage hand. She can use mage hand. I'm looking at my inventory if I have something that I can clean it with, or at least clean those eyes with.
I can do prestidigitation if you just want the eyeballs cleaned off.
No, that's
It's too high.
range is touch.
Prestidigitation is 10 feet.
Am I able to levitate myself to 20 feet up to its eyes to essentially clean the eyes with something?
I mean,
Or do I have to maintain the, because it's a action, it's not a casting or a ritual? So could I cast levitate as a action and just levitate myself up there to clean the eyes off?
well, we can also just like get a rag. I have mage hand.
Whatever you want to do, Jen. I'm just, throwing out alternative options.
Also, but she kind of glances at Jen and mumbles under her breath, like, I probably could climb up there.
You want to climb up there,
She shrugs.
I could also,
Not
you know,
particularly.
Tuscan just lift me up in the air and I could clean it off.
I can toss you if you want.
I just need a few more feet.
Listen, never toss a dwarf, okay? We know that from any movie.
Wait,
We're fine. There's no dwarves here.
So I especially prefer that not to be tossed in public, but that's none of your business.
I guess I could try having Piper climb up there and just cast prestidigitation through my
Piper
familiar.
could not climb a statue.
He could not. Gotcha.
Could Athena do it?
She could, but I don't have prestidigitation.
Yeah.
You can't do a spell together where
No.
where Jen casts it on Athena.
Athena might be able to carry Piper though.
Oh my God. Athena is a very large owl.
Well, there goes Piper again.
There goes Piper. So I'm starting to wonder about Jen and her familiar, just saying, given the fact that she's always having Piper carried everywhere. From the stories I'm hearing.
Well,
feels
not always
awful.
carried,
This is starting to feel like that Instagram where people come up to a door and try and find 1,000 different ways to open it we're actually trying to open it. But maybe climb the thing is probably a really good idea.
Yeah, I would think climbing it would be a good idea.
Yeah, sure.
I just motioned the Tusk, get ready to catch Kithri in case she falls.
And it's a mimic.
Well, look, if you try to touch me, I will break your arm.
I didn't say touch, I said catch in case you fall.
That includes touching.
Jen just gets a scroll of Featherfall ready.
Trust me, her teeth are deadly, okay?
And whose fault is that?
I'm just saying, don't touch the lady if she says don't touch her.
Jen kind of gets in between the guys and Kithri.
All right, I say I'll let you handle it, Jen. And
Climate time.
I'll just let you handle it, and I'll just go look at the other room over here, this doorway over here, this big handy door over here, and just try to figure out how to get up through there.
It's a massive door, my dude.
All right, Kithri, you're able to climb up, and you see that these.
You have to make a check.
It has some sort of gemstone for eyes.
Nice.
So, okay, I heard prestidigitation thrown around. We're cleaning the eyes, or are we stealing the eyes? Because Kithri is okay with either.
Oh no, we definitely want to steal them. That was the reason we
Yeah.
were cleaning them to find out if they were actually
Valuable.
gems.
Okay, well, does Kithri think they're valuable? Does she think she could get them pried out of there while climbing?
Give me they're gemstones, so you presume they're valuable, and I just need they are light blue, and I need a thieves' tools.
In the tower?
No, you know how well you do.
I didn't drop anything.
All right,
Woo!
and then for the second one,
Ah,
all right,
I may
so
have
you're able
dropped
to get them
something.
both out with no problems. Brightness.
She will.
And they are light blue gems.
So, if she'll kind of like take a quick glance over at the rest of the statue and see if there's anything else of note, and if there is not, she will just go ahead and climb down.
You notice it has rings that have gems on them.
What? I'm gonna try to take those. And then she kind of thinks about it for a second. This might be a bad idea, and does it anyway.
Okay.
John's over there just staring at things going down and just mumbling.
Why
At least the
is my-
statue didn't come alive.
Give me
Why is
4
It
thieves'
wasn't a
tools.
mimic. That's a plus.
You weren't supposed to say that out
four
loud.
thieves' tools roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll
It
roll that
didn't.
again.
No.
This is fine. It's fine. She dropped something, but
Okay,
like
you
she
still got
pulls
a
out her other
16 on your lowest
she
one.
pulls out something else to use instead because she doesn't feel like
All right, so you're able to get 3 out of the 4 out without breaking them.
the one doesn't count. Kid 3's a halfling. Ones don't exist. She accidentally dropped one of her tools. And that's why the last 2 rolls were bad. I'm gonna say that.
Nice.
All right, so you come down and you have 5 gems.
So the rings weren't like actual rings; they were just gems set in stone, carved rings on the side.
Correct. The rings were carved stone with gems on them.
Pardon me.
John yells for Toss. Toss, can you come here and give me some strength? Help me push this door open or get this door open.
It's fallen off its hinges. It's laying there on the ground.
What?
I thought it was like
line of sight.
Oh, I thought it was like still attached to the hinges but hanging there.
No, it's a quick rule of thumb, John. Um, try not to plow ahead too far ahead alone when you do. We want to be able to help you when you can.
If you spring a trap and we're not there, we can't help.
Yeah.
Kid literally could not. She's horrible. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know this guy.
See some barrels over in this room over here.
What are you doing with the gems?
Oh, she'll probably does she know about like different types of gems? Does she know what they are?
Yes, you do. You can give me a either investigation or straight intelligence check.
Investigation. A little bit better in the tower.
Yes, in the tower.
I'm just gonna say something. If she thinks they're useful for casting spells, she might give them to Jen. Otherwise, she'll just keep them with her. She can sell them later.
All right, so the eyes are magical.
Ooh.
Okay.
They are light blue and look like that without the tripod.
Ooh. Ooh. Fancy.
Glad I didn't break those ones.
So
They're magical. You can't.
can I use
that's
my
good.
artificer's lore to do a history check on those, see if I know anything about them?
You can. Arcana or history.
It's
Can John do an Arcana check to see if he knows anything about it as well? Because he's proficient in Arcana.
Gimbal, you're not familiar with it.
Hmm.
K3D give John the stone.
She kind of like looks at him, and then I guess she will after like a good maybe 15 seconds of, excuse me, what? Lack of
Well,
breath.
I
Well,
just. You
No,
know,
she
for.
gives them to you. Do your roll.
All
well,
right.
the fact that you were able to pass them over means they're not cursed. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah, sorry. So let's do that. Pull that from that.
You don't know either. You're not familiar with it.
All right.
You rolled twice as good as Gimbal did. And by
Oh,
that, you
gosh.
rolled a 2.
I was going to guess.
Can they get to make a roll or no?
Yes.
Okay.
on a skill check. That still would have been for me a 14.
One's the one, though.
It's a really good
Yeah, but a one's
skill
not an
check.
automatic
Doesn't
fail on a
matter.
skill check.
Yeah, skill checks don't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh, true. Still funny.
At
All
this
right,
point, we
so
should bring Tusk in because I mean, just gotta be straight numbers, just kind of crit dishing.
Yeah, we're just all trying to figure out what these are, and we have no clue.
Tusk goes over. He's like, "Oh, those are."
I
I've
need
seen those before.
I need 5d10 twice.
Okay.
I hope that's for a good reason.
I hope that's not damage.
Right?
That would hurt.
They're all just huddled around these gems trying to figure out what they are, and
They
they just suddenly explode.
Or
Jen's
the
like sitting
statue
over.
comes alive, or the statue comes alive.
I mean, she wouldn't be down. So, like, I guess.
Jen would.
I mean, from where you from where I'm standing in my line of sight, Kithri, you're standing right below the statue. So if the statue did come alive, that would be bad for you.
She's got great deck, so if it were to try to step on her, she might be able to get out of the way.
So you realize these are gems of brightness. They have different amounts of charges left on them. And let me add this to the party sheet.
Fire. One creature. Wow. Pokemon. 4, 5, 38 cone. Wow.
Nice.
It's a flashbang without the bang.
These are
I
fun.
like it.
And a flashlight. That too.
Yeah, well, why do we join these motions to the gems? Why do we need gems of brightness? We have magic that literally can follow us around to do it for us. I mean, what knows be better off personally selling and getting the money for?
I mean,
Possibly.
they aren't worth that much, and you can't use light to blind people.
You
Maybe.
can if you do it like on their nose.
Yeah, maybe in very specific circumstances, but this has
Yeah, but how often are we going to blind people in a fight, though? That's the question.
I would love to blind people on fight.
That'd be amazing, actually.
Who knows?
Will we? That is a good question. Kithri,
I've done the opposite. I've created darkness so that I can move around and still see, so my enemies couldn't. But I mean, be able to blind them would be nice too.
I mean, if we're all in agreement, I say keep them then, but I just don't see how blinding people will be handy.
Regardless, we'll have to wait till we get back to the city if we
Yeah.
wanted to sell them.
Yeah, fair point.
Rookies.
All right.
I
So
have one of those quartz gems.
you
Look.
have stripped the statue.
He's feeling very naked now.
Kithri, you have grime and dirt and stuff on you. Your hands and front of your outfit.
Hey,
Look, your boots now match the rest of you.
really helps when you're climbing, like a lot. So
Yeah, right? It's absorbed all of the sweat on her hands as she climbed. Oh yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but Sven wasn't here, and so I didn't do it. I'm gonna start chugging healing potions. As soon as I find them.
Speaking of witches, although the place is sinking.
Well, the place is sinking, so do we have a plan of action here? I agree with Gimbal.
Well,
I figured we just check
the rest of the step, but we need to hurry. A little bit.
Check the building and then we'll get out.
Yeah.
Hey, Kithri, is it alright if I have one of those quartz gems?
yeah.
I think I remember this was the command.
I'll take one of those. Yeah, the gems sound interesting, but I don't have any stake. So yeah, feel free to take whoever wants those can have them. Tusk is going while they figure out who to give the gems to. Tusk is gonna turn around and go look at these barrels in this room right next to her.
Yeah, John's gonna
You
go
step
with
into
Tusk
that
because he's
room.
curious as well.
You smell vinegar, the overwhelming scent of vinegar.
These might have gone bad. And he'll go over to the barrels to see and kind of
That
check
is
them.
definitely where the smell is coming from.
Yep.
John's just gonna follow behind Tusk and keep helping and just see follow him around and just be like, yeah, if you need anything or need any help getting anything or doing anything, feel free to let me know. I'm here. I'm just looking around myself.
All right. I think these barrels are bad. Just
I mean,
spell
maybe
that.
they're jars of pickles.
I mean, they definitely
That's gonna try and figure out what's in the barrels.
whoever they were here for definitely didn't get them out of a pickle. That's for sure.
You pop it and see it was wine at one point, and it's now vinegar.
Ah,
My
yeah, that's what I
question,
expected.
my question to Tusk is why is there? So I'm just going to motion to Tusk and ask Tusk this question. I'll be like, why is there a cloud giant on a obviously decrepit, falling down building that has God knows how long ago expired wine on it? It just makes no sense what we're dealing with here, if you logically think about it.
Honestly, John, I've been having a lot of the same thoughts since we got here.
Like,
Well, first thing that I realized was that the front gates were loose. Or
yeah, and
were
why would
falling
there
off.
just be, like, it makes no sense why there would be hill giants up here and cloud giants up here if there's no food, there's nothing. Like, it makes logically no sense. Like,
Honestly, we may never know, but who knows? Maybe the cloud giant took it from someone else, brought on some lackeys. Well, the cloud giant's the one who makes the most sense, but honestly, I couldn't tell you.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out in one of these rooms. No, we might just have to leave it be. But yeah, no, this wine is bad. Unfortunately.
Maybe they were traveling all the way to Nashkel to ask for food, and we killed them on the way.
Oh, they will never live to tell a tale.
We literally.
Well, if they were
tried
going
talk
to ask
them.
for food, they
We
should have
literally
said that.
asked. They wanted to eat us. We were the food. That's not very kosher.
Hey guys, there's a
Anything in this room?
room off to this side down below.
John's just gonna go search the upper top left hand of the room up there, in that little room up there. While Gimbal is down at the bottom left and Tusk is down at the bottom right.
Oh, I didn't even see the other door.
All right,
In
so
that room.
both of those rooms are. They have some moldy, some moldy furniture,
Okay.
but these are smaller. Gimbal, the room you're in has smaller furniture for quote unquote normal size furniture that would fit medium creatures.
So
There's
it's
a
big
couple
for
beds
you.
in there that have rotted and collapsed.
John is just physically shaking his head, wondering what all this could possibly. He's like trying to put two and two together, and it's not adding up. His brain is literally the epitome of the math does not compute right now.
The math is not mathing.
Yeah, the math is not mathing, exactly.
That's called up. I'm checking a room this way. Just as he walks it over here, seeing people in the
John's
other
just gonna go
directions.
walk over and
All right, so
help Tusk.
John, you're still in the other room. So it's
All right.
Gimbal. You guys are both looking at that while Tusk is doing this. This room has a bunch of stools and pillows scattered about, with a big open area in the middle, and some collapsing bookcases. Give me a there's no such thing as culture here. I'll say history check.
Okay. Street roll.
Woo!
I believe. Yep, basically.
So you see, this is familiar. Something reminds you of the bachelor party that you attended and entertained at,
Oh
where
my gosh.
everybody was
Oh my-
was surrounding in the room and sitting and relaxing and stuff. So it looks like that type of area where stuff would happen in the center of the room.
Puff will glance at the bookcases to see if there's any like intact books.
So you do
Might be interesting
find
for
buried
Kithri or Jen.
underneath a very large scroll.
I don't have to open it or anything. I just grab the scroll and
All right, so you grab this thing and start dragging it out. It weighs 50 pounds. It's
Oh
12.
gosh.
It's a huge, almost like a carpet. It's probably 2 feet around, wrapped. As you drag this thing, weighs 50 pounds.
yeah, Tuss can drag that. He is a very strong boy, and he'll
Strong.
drag it to the main room. Found this. Think it's caught in the corner. Yeah, there we go. As he drags in the big scroll.
All right, Gimbal and John, you can be done.
All right. Well, John's just gonna hear Tusk dragging this heavy thing in motion over to go help him drag it out, basically, and to get out of the back end of it where it's trotting along, and then lift it up and carry it with him. So,
By the time you get over there, he's already in like the room, setting it
Yeah.
down.
yeah,
It's not
Well-
really a hassle to him.
yeah, no.
I guess we could roll it out on the ground to see what it says.
All right, so the scroll is
Yeah.
12 feet long.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
This is,
Nice.
let's see.
Enough space on the floor, though.
Tusk will like stand on, like unfurl, and then he'll stand on one end, so it doesn't like curl back.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that unknown? Did I not add comprehend languages? All right, so is anybody able to read that? Notes?
Mhm.
I think Jen's going
Abilities.
to cast
Oh.
comprehend languages on herself.
So this is why, because she ended this.
Actually,
We did old school, now we can do it new school.
how long ago did we start
There
the
we go.
fight? She might still have. No, I think she did tongues. Hold up.
It's also been like we've had a short rest since that fight.
Well, I
And
didn't
another
get that
fight.
short
Through
rest,
everything.
so
You did have a short rest, yes. So if you want to roll hit dice, you can.
Or at least starts rolling hit dice.
John, you were not here. You have not had a short rest.
Oh,
That was while she was gone.
oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
17.
did I roll any other ones? Let me check.
John rolled one in his period.
Yeah.
He rolled another one.
Keep it
Another
going.
one.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
done.
There we
There
go.
we go.
It's close enough to a
It's one's distant cousin.
11.
The most feared of the numbers.
Yes.
Why? Because 7, 8, 9. And 6,
Right.
7, 8.
All right. Those of you who are trained in Arcana, give me a check.
Arcana. Okay. Any tower or?
Yes, in the tower.
Well, I guess we probably should have expected that this would be
All right, so all of you
in
except Kithri So Genesis, you see the way this is written. It's some sort of. You would guess that it will be poetry, just the way it's laid out and the style of the paragraphs and things. It's not anything any of you can understand apparently or read. But all of you except Kithri, one section of it does stand out, um, and you realize that that part is a spell, uh, and is the enthrall spell.
Mm.
It's neat.
So there's part of this scroll that can be taken and used as a scroll, but it is
I
very
just
cumbersome
motioned.
and giant.
I just motioned over to Jen. Like, what would a cloud giant need with a enthrall spell?
To entertain guests, obviously. Or, I mean, what
Well,
use
what
do we
does the
have
spell
above
do?
your spell?
Yeah, what?
Uh, is that? Oh, there's enthrall in the chat. I didn't do that, but somebody did. It was probably Sven.
Mm.
Jen, do you explain what the spell does?
Yeah, Jen's a bard. She knows what it does. So yeah, she explains it to you.
Okay.
Mind spell.
Mm.
I don't know. I got the impression the cloud giants like to mess with people's head. He had the mace that made people afraid. Why not have people also like him? More ways to control others. I don't know. Do you want me to cut that section out so we don't carry the 50-pound scroll?
I mean, I guess I'ma be honest. Jen's not like particularly interested in carrying that massive section and then using it as a spell scroll. Also because she would have to cast comprehend languages to be able to use it.
No,
We could also sell.
anybody can
Oh.
use the scroll.
Oh,
Is there
I
any
thought
way
you
we
had to
can-
be able
The
to
ones,
understand the language
the
to
ones who rolled.
use it.
I mean, anybody who could know a bard or warlock. So,
Mhm.
you or Gimbal can use it.
Well,
And if we were
Gimbal,
to cut out it, is it like a more manageable size? Or is it still like giant
It is
in
more
size?
manageable than the entire scroll. Yes, I'm verifying what this is. Let's see, it is enthrall.
Okay.
Right here. So it would be interesting. So scrolls typically don't have a weight. I would say it would be the biggest thing is the width. It is 5 feet wide and
well,
rolled
couldn't
up.
we
So it's sort of like carrying this long curtain that's wrapped up.
couldn't you roll it up the other way and do it like lengthwise? I don't
Well, I
know.
think he's saying when it's unfurled, it'll be 5
It
feet
would be 5 by
long.
3. So if you wanted to do it as a 3, you could. It's not made to be curled that way, but you could force it to go that way. Yes.
It's either way, it's still very big. Um,
John
Else we'll
asked.
cut the section out.
John
Okay.
asked Jen or Gimbal, is there any way you guys can memorize it quickly enough that we don't actually have to take it with us? Or do you have like a parchment you can write the spell down on? Or is there any way you
that's
can make it smaller than what we actually have to carry it with?
that's not really how spell scrolls work. I guess
Uh,
theoretically you could use the components that you need to make a spell scroll to copy down this one and by doing so, you would use this one up. But it's really you're just spending extra materials to make it smaller.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking in terms of usability, because I don't think a 5 foot long scroll is very good for terms of usability and fighting.
You don't technically have to use this when fighting.
Oh, all right. Well,
You
I'll
can
let
use
you
it
do
in like
you then,
roleplay
Jen.
situations. Um, Jen's not
You
particularly
guys can
interested
now
in
put it
spell.
in the bag of holding if you want. It will now fit,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah! Wow.
and you can definitely sell it as an oddity,
Oh,
display it
yeah.
in a museum. Sure, you're sure that Kithri knows that there are collectors and things in Nashkel, Waterdeep, Cloudkeep
All the
who would buy
places.
them, who would buy it and spend an actual, real giant scroll. The whole scroll is now cut up, but at least we have that one part.
We have that
Puck
one
will
part.
roll up the cut off section after he's done and then give it to Gimbal or Jen, whoever wants it.
Well, Jen's got a bag of holding, so it can go in there. Unless Gimbal, are you particularly interested in it?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
We
at
can
some
sell
point, I
this.
would like to read and study it, and maybe try and get it added to things that I know. But no, in general, no.
John's going to motion to the time of day and said it is getting dark. So I think if we're done here, we should set out before it gets too dark. And something happens or we get turned around at nighttime flying through the sky. I think that would be a best option.
I will say I'm a bit concerned that if this cloud is lowering, what happens when it hits the ground? Or to anything that might be under it?
Well, but go check that out. See if there's anything where it's headed.
That's
Maybe
the
that
thing.
one lone.
Yeah, I would like to get off of it before it does, so we can find out from a distance.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Fair.
saying. Like, I think getting off of this would be better. Then we can maybe get a trajectory of where it's going to land. And if it's going to land in an open field, we don't have to worry about it. But if it's going to land on a city, then we should probably get there as quick as we can and warn the inhabitants of where it's going to land to get out of the way.
All right, so while you
Yeah.
guys are talking
Yeah.
about that, there is one section of this room that you haven't searched. There are a couple places in the the two jungle places you haven't searched in the other room. It is dark
Good
at
reason.
this point. At this point in time, and let's go ahead and take our break. I'm going to take
Everybody leave
down
the table.
the table here in just a moment, and then we will come back. So we'll be back at 40. 40 minutes after the hour, 20 minutes before the hour. Break time.
Any.
All right, folks, we are back. Everybody's reloading. Sirenscape is back up and running, for
Wow.
which I am very happy. And speaking of witches, all right, let me move this. I did spell it right, good. I'm just testing this to see if this is the right one.
I heard that.
It is not the right one.
I heard it as well.
We know Sirenscape is working at least.
Dang it, why did it move? That is not the right one.
If you want to pull up, come on. Just want to give me my character for some reason. Oh well. Sure, I'll take a moment.
I'm in the same situation. But it might just be taking a while.
What? That is not what it says.
Give it a minute, see if it'll pop up. There we go. Okay. Keep. And
Okay, so you guys have searched this room.
Did I miss anything back over this way where I found the scroll? I don't think I checked these side.
Nope, that was the only thing that you
Passages.
saw by the bookcases. Everything else was pillows and chairs and stools and stuff. You look through
Is this just
those
a,
and don't see anything else of interest in you.
Is this just a hallway to the where the table is?
Yes.
And is there like a window here, or is it like another passageway outside? It looks like the outside.
It's a rubble that you could walk outside.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much over there. We got these rebels we could walk over. You guys find anything in those other rooms you guys checked, John and Gimbal?
Nothing worth mentioning, honestly. Just a bunch of used beds and chairs and stuff that I could see on my end for an average human being, not like giant sized either, which was weird.
No, John, yours was giant. Gimbal's was.
Oh, mine was giant. Oh, okay. I'm confused. I thought you meant for both of us. My bad. Mine was giant based. I don't know about Gimbal.
Yeah, nothing useful. Just moldy furniture for average sized peoples.
It does seem odd that, I don't know, that everything's in such disrepair. Like, he's a cloud giant, right? So you'd think that he'd be the one who made this giant cloud that he's been living in, but if he's the one that made it, wouldn't, he be able to keep things in good repair?
Honestly, I think you probably took it from someone else.
That's what I'm thinking too.
The thing I'm thinking of is, why is there a cloud giant that obviously doesn't, like, in 2 and 2 does not. I don't think the cloud giant specifically took it. I think he probably stumbled upon it, if that makes sense. Because logically, if you think about it, everything is so in disrepair that it's so old that logically the cloud giant's age, I don't know how old cloud giants can be up to, but from the way the picture and the way he was standing and his picturesque look of how I seen him, he didn't look all to be that old, and this stuff looks, if not be 50 to 60 years old. Get what I'm saying? Like, it does not make logical sense that somebody his age would have something in such disrepair for this long a time.
Well, how
So
old do cloud giants get?
I don't know offhand, but he didn't look to be all that old to begin with, and I don't think we asked him his age before he so kindly stuck our weapons through his body, honestly.
I mean...
I was always under the impression that giants live for a long time.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I don't physically know. Maybe we can research our average lifespan to get a view on how old this place really is. Because, like I said, it makes no sense that somebody who took it from somebody does not make sense. There's no other bodies around other than the one we slain, or the ones we slain. And it logically makes no sense of why he would be here if it's in such disrepair. Because aren't, like, cloud giants and trolls, aren't they fond of, like, flashy, shiny things, like horde trolls, if that makes sense?
Well, from the trolls we've fought, though, they're more monstrous. Cloud Giant, he seemed to be a flashy guy, but it's a mobile base. Thinking from strategic, and regardless if he took it from someone or if he found it, rumors around this place ain't good.
Yeah,
Aarakocra Island blew up with this in the area, or something to that effect.
Okay.
But regardless of the reasons, it seems like he had bad intent, and we stopped him. End of story.
I'm suggesting we get off of here before this thing crash lands, and we try to figure out how we can stop it. Maybe fly around it a bit to see if we can get a view on if anything is propelling it or keeping it in motion, and maybe stop it in its tracks. That's my best idea, because we've explored this whole place practically, and there's like no controls, nothing to manually guide it. Like, you know how, like,
honestly, it started descending when we killed the cloud giant, and he's called the cloud giant. We're on a cloud.
It was like
he was just doing it. Yeah, we can start heading out. However, now I think about it, he had like plants over there. Are they on dirt? How are there plants up here growing? I'm just gonna go look to check that out, see if they're on dirt or something before we head out.
I'm gonna go with Tusk because I don't think I'm curious of that myself, so I'm gonna go with Tusk. Step of Rubble here and go with Tusk to.
How about we all go with Tusk?
Yeah.
I think that would be a
That
good
roll is
plan.
not passable.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was.
I thought it was.
That's fine. I mean, there are so many other exits. It's fine. But how are you guys
Go
seeing?
again.
Because it's dark.
I'm just using my dark vision
People
at the
need
moment.
light. Put light on yourselves, please.
I'm going to pretty much use my ability. I think it's a cantrip. Give me a second. Let me check my skills. Actions. It is a cantrip called Dancing Lights. I'm going to cast that on myself and cast what it does is, let me put it in the chat there. It essentially allows me to cast up to 4 torch-sized lights within a range of me in a 10-foot radius, and it allows me to have them follow me up to 60 feet. So
each one is not the radius of a torch. If you hit the little speech bubble, you'll see together they do make the light of a torch, or you can separate them and have them go wherever you want to within range. You can also change the color of them so they can be used for lots of different things. But if you want to have them around you as light, that's fine. We can just drop a torch on you and treat it like a torch.
I
if we cast
think
any other concentration spell. Actually, no, I don't think Dancing Lights is a concentration. I'll have to double check.
it is a action, not a concentration, but the duration it takes it can last up to 1 minute of concentration.
Okay,
so it is concentration.
Yeah.
It's just an action to
concentrate.
Cast it, so it's quick cast.
Yeah.
But the spell light is not. Athena still has light cast on her.
I'm going to cast it instead of 4 torchlights. I'm going to turn it into a vaguely humanoid form of medium size. And it sheds light in a 10-foot radius around me, so.
Dang it, you moved Athena. Alright, don't move Athena.
Sorry.
For a second.
Yeah, so I'm just going to cast this effect on myself.
Did someone throw a light on me?
You're casting light on yourself?
Yeah, she's going to, she's got like a myriad of like bracelets and necklaces. She'll like, cast light on one of her necklaces.
Okay,
so she has that on her now. Hence why things around her are in color.
Did someone cast light on me?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know who did that.
I casted it on myself, Dancing Lights.
Yes, you have light on you, Tusk.
Yeah, I don't know who put it on you, but it's on you, so. Are you?
Oh, that was me. I casted it on Tusk. Okay. Yeah, no, I casted it on Tusk because Tusk is technically leading the charge here, so I cast it on Tusk and I'm following behind Tusk because it has to be within 20 feet. So I have to say, I motioned to Tusk that I casted light on you to lead the escapade. I have to be within 20 feet of you to actually keep it, so move slowly so we're not like too split apart.
You could do it on yourself.
I know.
Oh, also, light is not.
Yeah, you don't have the spell.
You don't have to stay.
You only have Dancing Lights.
So I can't because it says I can create up to 4 torch-sized things and spread them out. I can't put one on myself and one on Tusk.
They follow you around. They aren't like on someone. They're like floating. They're like floating lights, like almost like fireflies, but brighter.
Oh, okay. Follow you.
Is touch. You touch and you touch usually an object.
All right. Well, then you might want to remove that from Tusk and let me put it on me. Yeah.
I do
share it. I will pull it up and share it.
Why did it still say I targeted Tusk? I'm not targeting Tusk. That's weird.
So, with the last effect, it did not say you were targeting me. So it was effect Dancing Lights to John.
Alright, so yes. She just to clarify, they are the size of a torch. So it looks
Okay.
like somebody is holding a torch, but they only give out light in a 10-foot radius. And the 4 lights have to be within 20 feet of each other, but they can be within 120 feet of you. So they can be, and you can cast it, and you can move them as a bonus action each turn and things like that. So it isn't
Okay.
something that you have to concentrate on, something that you're moving, something that you're controlling. It's not really something that you would just keep going all the time because it requires you to use bonus actions and concentration. As opposed,
Yeah.
you can do everything you said you can do with it. Make it look like a person. Make it look like a bunch of torches being carried by people. Vague humanoid shape, all those things. But that's usually for like deception, for getting people to look the other way, or just to light up a passageway in front of you that nobody can see. That type of thing.
Okay.
So a torch or a light or a lantern, light spell, stuff like that would be better.
Okay.
For
I
you
didn't
guys.
know what the I didn't know actually what the specification was for it.
And Kithri, do you have the light spell? Are you the one that casts it on Athena?
Yeah.
Okay. So Kithri has it cast on Athena. And Genesis, you have it cast on yourself, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I see that. Good.
It's not that she needs it, but like it's nice to have. It's nice to see things in color.
Yes. Without disadvantage. No point in having
As we're
21
walking,
perception if you can't see things.
If you can't perceive.
All right,
Yeah.
so all
It's
of you went out
24,
the southern
actually.
entrances, not through.
yes.
Yes.
All right.
You know, maybe before we leave, we should go and look through the furniture and stuff because he's asked us every time about that room and we just pass through it.
We have searched every room and orifice in this entire place except for that one room.
It's okay. We'll come back to it. I'll make a
The
note.
room with the stained glass windows.
We'll go back to it. It's fine.
We'll search the stained glass windows after we search the trees, see if they're dirt or something. As we're like walking there, it's like, we didn't kill that weird plant guy that was over here, right?
I don't know.
Hey, appreciate the follow very much. I don't know why my sound alert didn't work. What the heck, over? But that's awesome. Appreciate you.
Keys
Thanks for
was
watching.
a recommended raid from me. He's a friend of mine.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate the raid. Didn't notice that. There it is. All right. Yeah, because my sound didn't work, so I don't know what's going on. Why they normally I should have a jump scare for a raid and a follow. So I'll check that out in a moment. But in the meantime, you guys are coming in here. All right. So again, you see this. You feel the warmth as you get closer to Tusk. You see it's getting warmer. You guys noticed from before when you were in here, it was about 10 degrees warmer. Genesis is there, 10, 20. So you're in dim light right now. Okay.
That's just kind of like it's just like, huh, I forgot that actually it was warmer over here. And then he's gonna kind of look at the ground, and see if like this section where the plants are is like dirt or if it's still cloud.
Okay.
Any chance that Tusk's acts of warning might have gone off?
Nope.
Oh, hey, look.
Jen called it.
No, Bantha knows that there's something in these bushes, but Jen does not, so.
Last thing like Tusk remembers is like, I think we killed that. I think.
Yeah, you guys wonder where Honey Badger Sven went?
No?
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I totally forgot. Where did Honey Badger Sven and Honey Elk Sven go?
I don't know where Honey Elk Sven is.
I think he's just wandering. We just
just
have
out
left
and
him to his own
about.
devices.
Yeah, basically.
They're both
He's gotten.
with you. Back.
Yeah.
Let's put them back here.
Yeah, Honey Badger Sven's still around. They're just very injured.
I distinctly remember him getting caught by something.
Didn't he get out though?
And fucked up. Did he? Maybe. I
I
don't
swore
know.
he got out.
I remember that there is something in there, but like, Jen doesn't know. So.
Alright, there it is. A bunch of thorns come flying your way, Tusk, as your axe goes off. And it'll throw it up a little bit, and a couple of them bounce off the thorn, and the rest of them miss you. And what is your passive?
My passive perception is 16.
Yeah, I meant perception, like passive perception. 16. Yeah, I guess you'll be able to see it. So you see in front of you. Oh, sorry. Stream. There we go. There you go. So it moves oddly in a sort of almost like a puppet way of moving around with odd starts and jerks. And there's no eyes or mouth. And there's vines growing out of them and stuff.
Oh, that's creepy.
And it threw a bunch of thorns at you. And let's go ahead and do initiative.
Alrighty.
Combat tracker.
Mantha had something
It's
she
funny.
had to go do.
Not Mantha. Ash.
Not Mantha, Ashley. Kid 3. You know what I mean.
He's like, Mantha has something that she has to go do as I roll.
Sorry,
one on
I
initiative.
read Kid 3's thing, and then I just like
Oh wow, an at 20. Jesus,
said if it makes you feel any better, I also rolled a 1, but I also got 13. So
Yeah, it's fine. No, I mean, with my 6, that means I can just react to all the things that you guys do, right?
Definitely.
I need someone close so I can get a sneak attack.
Alright, get 3.
She's like, truly is a curse to be this good at life.
Really, honestly.
then Jen's animals have skip turn on them.
Yeah, that's also true.
Because he has not given them any commands yet.
Yeah.
Just making sure aware.
Woo. Sling time. Throw rock.
Mhm.
I love throwing rock.
She does it so good, too.
Slinging rock. Throwing a rock. You do your strength.
Do negative 1 points of
Not do
damage,
that.
and
If
you
you're
throw a rock
slinging
and
a
it
rock,
heals.
you do your
Or you
dex
could spell a rock and do
damage.
magic rock.
That's right.
Hey.
Catapult.
Horrible happen. I need to check that the 3 sneak attack things that I have on my character are all off. Okay, they are.
Max damage.
No, why are there so many? Woo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, now there's 0.
I could have held my turn to wait until Tusk. It's fine. We're just gonna not.
We're just gonna go with it.
You got a max damage, though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so you move up,
You could have.
and a rock flies forward through the bushes and slams into this thing. You know, it sort of looks down at this hole. You do anything else? Nope, you passed. Alright, Gimbal. cannot hear
That
you
is
if you're talking.
certainly a way to do that.
I'm not talking, waiting for you to move me. There you go. And then I will target the creature with my Eldritch Blast.
Wait.
All the dice.
Looks like a hit, and hit. All three? Okay.
Well,
Roll all the dice.
What would you have?
Three. If Eldritch Blast at level 11, I have 3.
Okay.
It's like Magic Missile, sort of
No.
splits up a bit. in the sense of that you can split, except that I have to roll an attack for each one and direct
In the
them.
sense that you cast it by doing finger guns.
Sure. Sure.
It'll be like a Fraser Death Ray type of scenario where he's like,
And that will end my turn.
go get him, Tusk.
I did click it, but it's being delaying. Okay, there we go.
Never mind. Sorry. Jump the gun.
Well, based off your initiative, I would say you
Nice.
not jump
Okay.
the gun.
Yeah.
Just checking something real quick. Yeah, I know that. Got that. Okay, so it is going to move. And it's going to hurl some thornage at the little one.
All right, so give me a second. I'm going to use my reaction as entropic ward. So it gets disadvantage on that.
Okay, so normally you would have to say that before I roll.
Well, how am I supposed to know? You said the thing and you clicked the button and I said, all right. I have any way to do that before you do it because you did it as you said it.
Ouch.
So he takes the lower shot, right?
again.
So that doesn't do a crit.
So that's not a crit. There you go. You can use it again and finish short or long rest. Alright. And then it explodes. And I need you and K3.
Mine.
And you take half. On a failure, half as much. Okay.
Actually, that is a good question. Why K3? And not Gimbal.
It's fine. I don't take anything.
It hit Gimbal and then it exploded out from Gimbal.
So,
So
Okay.
it attacked
Okay.
Tusk and K3. Alright. And then he moves. Back to here.
We don't lose sight of him while he moves, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Just checking because these are like.
it's hard to see him, but you are able to see him enough. Alright, so
Okay.
as you come into that square, these vines whip up and go to attack you.
Alrighty.
Tusk can floor tank it. He's good at that.
He is the tank.
With your perception, you're able to tell this is not the dude in front of you.
Okay.
Did it switch him? Sure, switch. Sorry. I clicked the wrong button. It should still be touchscreen.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, so these vines come up and try to slam into you and stuff, and they miss.
Tusk like dodges the vines, registers it's something else, but still kind of thinks it's somehow connected to the guy who's right in front of him for a half second, because he's plant guy. So he's still going to attack the plant guy first, and then reassess. Yeah, do his usual reckless rear weapon master attack on this guy. Oh, it didn't roll an advantage. Did I not apply the effect to me? Did apply the effect to me? Do I have... That was weird. Didn't roll an advantage. Why didn't it roll advantage?
I don't know. Maybe it's just being weird.
Can you roll again, Sven?
Yes, go roll again.
Oh, that time it actually rolled with advantage. Both were a miss anyways. So the first attack misses. I must have rolled too soon after clicking my effect or something.
Maybe it didn't apply yet.
Yeah.
This is a stupid picture, but there you go.
Assassin's fine.
It's like one of those bushes that's just all like those really thin branches that don't have like anything on them.
Mhm.
They're all pokey. Second
I
attack.
didn't do that. I meant to close out of that.
Wow, I'm really not rolling well.
Wow.
God.
Action surge, because I don't like having missed both my attacks.
Action surge. Go Tusk.
Here we go. After getting like both of my axe like caught on some of the vines, I like onto the guy with a huge explosion.
Alright, so you're able to chop this thing from forehead all the way straight down, breaks into two pieces, it twitches and starts to reform a little bit, and then just collapses.
Oh,
Yep.
damn. Tusk
And then,
is
like-
within reach of the plant. He can't.
No, I can't cleave.
Sad.
Nope.
Oh.
But realizing that the other vines are still moving, he like sees where the head of the base is, and will take a step forward to do that final attack from Action Surge, plus an attack from killing a thing for bonus action.
You only get one attack from Action Surge, but you do get bonus action.
It's only one more attack because I used my first attack from Action Surge to kill that thing. Action Surge allows me to take my multi-attack action,
Oh, okay.
or
was not-
whatever extra attack
Allows
action.
him to take an attack action. When he takes the attack action, he has two attacks.
Okay, cool.
Yes, thank you, Sven.
Haste is different, but
Yes, haste specifically specifies you can only make one attack.
yes.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
What?
I think my dice are just trying to make up for the fact that I rolled really low earlier for the first two attacks, because it just wants to explode now. And because I have crit/killed something, I get an attack as a bonus action. This is my final attack.
I was hoping I would roll a 19. That would have been funny.
Yep, it would have. I just like with two more attacks and a little bit of explosion that comes off from the thunder damage. I cut off like a mass of the bush plant thing. It just now looks kind of sad, but still wiggling. It's still pokey. I pass now. Yeah. Yeah. Good turn.
John's just going to move up there 30 feet into the bushes. Straight?
Into the bushes. Okay.
Yes, into the bushes. Why is it targeting Jen? I don't want to target Jen. Leave poor Jen alone. Do I have a clear shot at this thing with my bow?
Yes, but you are at disadvantage because it's dark.
How much of a disadvantage am I at?
You just click the DIS.
Alright, I didn't know if I was the -2 or -5. Alright, I'll take a shot with my bow. We'll do DIS. And can I use Fast True Strike as a cantrip?
You can.
Alright, so let's see.
So that will cancel out your disadvantage, and you will just have a straight roll.
I was going to remind you too, with the dancing lights, you can move that thing forward as a bonus action, right?
Remember, he does.
Oh, they're not on anymore?
Right.
No, I took them. I took them off because we went into a fight. I can't fight and concentrate on keeping a spell up at the same time. So,
well, you can. It just might change your concentration.
But you wouldn't be walking around with the dancing lights. Is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You can cast them. You can do it now if you wanted to use your action, but.
Yeah. Nope, I'm just gonna roll it.
I still had him on. He still has him on his effects. That's why I was. I thought I had him going.
Yeah, I'll take those off. Give me a second. Take that off.
Take a shot. You're good. And just tell Genesis to move forward. Stop hogging all the light.
But yes, I targeted that. We're gonna roll short bow. And that is just depressing.
Alright, so.
And remind me, I'm sorry, one more thing. Didn't Tusk all is lit up too, or not?
No.
He's not lit up. We decided not. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, because someone else had lit him up, and then Genesis had him lit at one point.
No, I never had him lit.
You did. You weren't here when it got dark last time we played. So the person playing you, I think was me, lit Tusk.
Other than that,
it switched and went over to him. Anyway, so but no.
Got it.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to start trying to. After I take out my short bow and miss, I'm just going to try to start wading through these bushes to get closer to support Tusk. Other than that, there's not much I can do this turn. So
cunning action to move forward.
I mean, I can if you.
Okay.
I don't know how much forward I can move though, but
you can go 25 feet.
No, I'm not gonna use my cunning action. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Because.
Alright, and the light comes flying in. She going 40 feet?
She will. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure why that was so slow, but okay. Dina's taking her time tonight.
Sorry.
Athena had a full dinner. We're not going to talk about it.
There's plenty of mice around here. They're too small to be noticed by the classmates and friends.
Yeah, there's a big old ferret that might be may or may not be missing.
But Tusk, to answer your question, you are standing on dirt.
Okay. I was going to ask after we.
That. You're a little distracted, but yes, you do notice you are in dirt.
Yeah, I was going to just ask after we got the fight done. Thanks for letting me know.
Yes, so she's going to help Kipri with attacking the assassin by, and then probably
turn her up. You're so quiet.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Kissery.
I honestly, I've been having this issue before, and I have no idea what causes it. Sometimes
I have you up to 200 and you're still low, Kissery. Don't feel bad.
I'm sorry.
Well, I can
Go
hear
for
her
it.
fine. Maybe it's just because I turned other people down, but.
I'm
Alright,
sorry.
So what's Athena doing?
She's helping Kithri with attacking the assassin vine, and then she's moving up there.
Okay. Are you going to have actually Genesis? No, it hasn't been your turn yet. So Genesis.
Oh. Speak of the devil.
So you would remember that the animals are there. So if you care enough, this thing is almost dead. If you care enough, you can command them. Otherwise, take a turn.
I don't think they're getting before this thing dies.
This might be true.
Well, and at this point, being a nature cleric, doesn't seem like it's all that beneficial. It's almost dead. So Jan is just going to, move up. And at what point does it start being difficult terrain?
It doesn't. It's not difficult terrain.
It's not.
It
Okay.
adds 5 feet to your total movement.
Okay.
So at this point, you've gone 15 feet. You can go 10 more feet.
There we go. So Jen's moving up.
25 feet.
Moving on up.
And she's still too far away to do anything. So she's going to bring up her bring up her crossbow and try shooting it. I should probably stop targeting myself. Are there any minuses to hit to try shooting it?
No.
Okay. She's just gonna do it. Oh. She tried.
There we go. That worked.
Bonus action. She's gonna turn to Tusk. You can do it, Tusk. I believe in you. Even though you missed some other attacks, that other one was really good. Just keep on going. I believe in you. And I'm giving him Bardic Inspiration.
I thought it sounded more like Bardic patronizing.
Patronizing. I mean, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. That did sound kind of patronizing. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all fun.
It's fine, okay? It's like the third time she's like actually given Bardic Inspiration in the campaign. So be lucky you get this at all, okay?
I can picture Tusk just randomly slashing at this thing and hearing Genesis saying, "You can do it, Tusk," and he'll be like, "Just don't patronize me while I'm chopping its plant."
As Tusk would say, "You can do it."
Yeah.
And that's her turn.
Alright, so now the little critter goes. Oh, hold on. It will be Kithri's turn in a moment. Once this thing kills Tusk.
Please do not.
Got advantage in
I
that
don't think he
equation.
could.
Wow.
Yay, lucky.
12s galore.
And
He just misses. I just kind of like position myself into the section I just kind of like chopped off.
Alright,
Oh,
and these
can't
vines
reach.
try to wrap around you, and you're able to use your axe, chop some of them away, and rip some of them apart with your hands and stuff.
Mhm.
Kithri.
Okay, it's my turn.
Oh, that's right. The stupid thing. Okay.
How is my movement, by the way? Am I impaired by the bush?
Damn, my Griffin rolled better than I did in initiative.
Your movement is reduced by 5 going through the bushes. One time 5 for the round. So instead of 35, you would have 30.
Okay.
And then
I
moving
think I will
through
go
John
like that.
adds another 5.
Okay, so that's my movement of
Yes.
35 right
As you
there.
go around.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, actually, do I? Because I'm little, I could move through space with creatures
Yes,
of
I
being
forgot.
able-
You were
Okay.
halflings. You can go through the other people's spaces.
All right. Throw a round.
She takes out his kneecaps as she goes.
Definitely, she just stabs me in the back of my kneecaps as she runs along.
I did not get advantage. That is very rude. My help thing is broken. I tried though. May I
did it.
roll again?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's not even on you.
Was
Oh, it expired at the top of the round.
But it's supposed to last for 2 rounds. Whatever. Like, we specifically changed Kid 3's help action to 2 rounds. Because
Yeah, I
of this.
know.
But it's fine.
Me.
All the
Rock
dice.
hurt. Hurt a lot. She aims at a part that had already been heavily weakened by Tusk's axe. Somehow not cut
Nice.
through. And it broke. And then it
Excellent.
died.
I like that.
Nice.
Alright. So with that, you are out of combat.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If you zoom in, you will see that there are actually green blood spots because it was a plant.
Neat.
And if Tusk ever gets out of the way, you'll see there's a green blood spot under him as well from the first one. That's a new thing. That's one of the new updates. It automatically now does blood spots. And for Tusk as a DM, or Nick as a DM rather, it'd be pretty funny though. Tusk was a DM.
I tried getting Nick to do Tusk's voice for our campaign, but I feel like if he did that whole campaign, he would probably need throat lozenges afterwards.
But what it does is it adds another layer called death markers, and you can then turn them off and turn them on. Also, in the options where you the little cog, as a DM, you have death markers, so you can choose what you want them to be. But they're all different colors. They can be skulls, they can be tombstones, and it's by creature type. So, for example, I have plants as green, undead as violet, humanoids are tomb skulls, and you can pick and change all those. So
That's really cool.
I agree. All right, moving on. That was it.
Well, now that Tusk and Kithra are done murdering the vegetation, I suggest we get out of here.
So this is
Wait.
camp. It's more humid than the other rooms. There is dirt on the floor.
They did bring dirt.
What is this?
It's a door.
Oh,
Are
If I
there...
remember correctly, it leads to a hallway where the hill giants were, or hill giant and the ogres were.
have we been in this hallway yet?
We've been on the other
Yes.
side.
Yes.
Are there any
Um,
plants in the room that stand out?
yeah,
Beyond the
let's
ones
go
that we
with
just murdered?
There was also a moss mammoth that you guys killed. 3 other of the puppet creatures. Beyond that, they look like not stuff that you would be familiar with. Most of the plants here you are not familiar with. So in that sense, they stand out. I guess you would have done some studying. They look from what you've studied of jungle plants.
Gotcha.
Cholt, for example, is a huge continent. You guys were there for a little bit with the turtles.
Yeah.
So yes,
The
so you
dinosaurs and stuff.
yes, so you remember seeing some of these type of plants while you were there.
Right.
Neato.
That adds up. Didn't this place like come from some location like that? Or rumor too? I don't know. Makes sense. Yeah, we can start heading out. I think on our way out though, I'm gonna check the cluttered room with stained glass.
I
Just
think we should all check that.
well, I
That
mean,
would be a good
just
idea.
saying it's on our way. So
Yes, to where we left the carpets.
yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
And we'll
You know,
start making our way that way.
one
Past
thing
where the
that
giant was.
Jen is absolutely refusing to think about the fact that she used her bag of tricks, right? And then we're just leaving these animals on this crashing floating thing. She's not thinking about that. It's
If
fine, they
we're
go away at dawn anyway.
leaving, I'm gonna go grab my griffin.
Oh, he got a griffin.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, I managed to befriend and tame a griffin that I can actually ride now. So I will not be hopefully riding on the
It's fine, Jen
carpet.
gets a
So
carpet to herself then.
All right, we'll
Jen-
see you at the front gate.
Yep, Jen has all the leg room. Go enjoy, Jen.
Yeah, right? She gets to just chillax.
Alright, so I'm currently near my griffin there, Sven. If you want to attach me to it, I don't know how you can attach me to it.
Get rid of you. You become the
Right?
griffin.
You get on the griffin.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing?
We are heading back to the cluttered room with the stained glass, and we are looking through it because we're looking
After a
through
thorough search of the room, we find nothing of interest.
Just finding stuff. You find a fan.
Ooh.
Always good to meet fans.
Yes, fans are,
Well, if it's the only fan we have, it could be our biggest fan.
Mhm.
Right.
And if it likes metal, it can be a big metal fan.
I am
Hey,
blown
Sven, what
away
do
by how
these
big of a fan it
things-
is.
You are on your griffin.
Yes, I'm on my griffin, but I'm just curious of how you can attach me to it because I'm still can't.
So once you get on your mount, you disappear.
Yeah, how do you do that?
He deletes your token.
Like that.
Ah, fair enough.
Mhm.
All right.
Hey Sven, real quick, what do these stained glass windows look like?
Some of them have cracks in them. They are grimy and dirty.
Do they have like a? Well, I guess they're grimy and dirty, so I probably can't tell. But do they have like picked anything, or are they a picture, or just
One
can't
is
tell because they're grimy and dirty?
One is a sun and one is a moon.
Interesting.
They repair.
That's all we find is the fan.
Probably the only thing of interest.
It looks like it's made from wood and silk. And
Ooh.
it's beautifully decorated.
Mm.
Does
Fancy.
it seem like it may be magical?
It is definitely magical.
Ew.
I'm just waiting by the front gate for you all on my griffin. Just while I'm waiting for you guys to finish up in there, I'm just sitting there on my griffin, petting it.
Okay.
I mean, this is more of a Thursday night campaign. But can Jen try fleet
Throw it against the wall.
like waving the fan and like seeing what it does, but she's like aiming it at the table in the other room, so not at
You're
other
gonna
people.
throw it against the wall to see if it's magical.
I mean, yeah, but he already gave it to me that it's magical, so skip that step. Try to figure out what it does without casting
Okay.
Identify.
Listen, man, the fan might just blow you away. Who knows?
It might.
Alright, so you see this emanation of wind that forms around you and blasts forward. It looks a lot like what Gimbal did
Gust of wind.
Yeah.
about
This
45 minutes ago.
probably would have come in handy a little bit earlier, huh?
Nobody can hear you.
Still, it's
because of
very
this
neat.
blasting
Handy.
sound.
Yeah.
that you're
Hand
standing-
fan, handy. I like it.
You also look much more majestic as your blonde hair floating through the air. And Gimbal with his little brown
Hair.
curly hair.
Slow motion hair begins to blow backwards.
Having not like heard Jen properly over the wind in Tusk yells, "Yeah, it probably would have come in earlier, helpful earlier when Gimbal cast the spell."
Does it stop on its own?
Do you tell it to stop?
Yeah, she's gonna
You
like,
can stop
close the
concentration whenever you
fan.
want.
yeah, she stops it.
Nice.
Well, that would have been useful earlier, as we have said it 3 times, but we couldn't hear it.
Sounds like another really good item for our fanny pack.
Nice. Well, we can fawn over it later. That didn't work. Anyways, we can look over it later. I think John's waiting for us at the gate. And Tusk will start heading towards the gate and the carpets.
Yep, I'm just standing outside the gate on my griffin. While sitting on it, not standing on it. I don't think you can stand on a griffin.
Probably
You
not a smartest idea.
But it'd be like surfing
Yeah.
with the chance of falling off.
And I motion over to Jen. When Jen comes by, Jen, this is Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw, say hi to Jen.
I also want to make friends with Ravenclaw. Can I try?
That is Ravenclaw. Say hi, Ravenclaw.
Yeah, at least didn't name it after Gryffindor. That would be too obvious.
That would be too obvious of a pun, yeah.
If you really wanted to confuse people, Slytherin.
Yeah.
Or Hufflepuff. What even is a Hufflepuff?
I think the Hufflepuff is like a giant big pink blob of cotton candy. I don't know.
I
That's
think
just
you're
what
thinking of Kirby.
Lumpy princess.
Lumpy
Yeah.
Space Princess. Yeah, nice.
But yes, Jen, this is Ravenclaw. I so lovingly tamed him, and he is now coming back with us. If you don't mind, the question is, do we have somewhere we can store him?
Well, yes, there's
There are stables in the city.
And they're accustomed to meeting exotic animals. I say as the only person with a normal mount in the party. Normal as in a horse, of
Yeah.
course.
I know, right? I'm riding a griffin and you're riding a horse, Jen. Imagine that.
Hey, Steelfoot is a good mount. He is reliable, and she loves him very much.
Yes.
So as we get on the carpets, start taking off, Tusk is going to kind of check to see how much lower we are again, or if we've presumably we descended farther down. But
Uh,
How?
as we are getting on the carpets and are starting to take off, Tusk is going to look down just to see if it looks.
You're on the carpet. No, not coming from the Griffin. Genesis.
okay. I'm like, wait. Is it like?
It's dark. Tusk.
Oh, right.
So as you look down,
Sorry.
you see darkness. You look up, you see stars. Some stars, because it's rather cloudy.
Really dark out. Yeah.
Right. Never mind. Right. Well, can't see the ground, so we're still decently high up. That's the conclusion he comes to.
You're at least
Well-
61 feet up.
Yes, exactly 61 feet up. I can just not see the. I also don't see any trees poking up.
Well,
Okay.
I'm starting to think that maybe we won't have to worry about where this is landing. I smell salt in the air. We might be over an ocean right now.
Oh.
Maybe.
Lovely.
I mean, we're at least a few days out from the city still, if I remember correctly.
I mean, there's no way that we went within we got here like in the afternoon, right?
Are you getting on the broom?
Yes, sorry. I
Okay.
Gimbal, do you want to ride with Tusk or Jen?
You're not driving either way.
Tusk is fine.
Okay.
Jen gets all the leg room.
Yeah, she doesn't have to worry about being commanded to bite somebody's fingers off.
From what I heard from Gimbal, that's Kithri.
The elk and the badger.
I don't think there's anything I can do. I can't take them with me. I could take the badger with me.
The elk is just pretty much stuck there.
Let me look at the bag of tricks again. I can't dismiss them either. So
You can kill it.
I don't want to.
Well, if you put light on it and then have him jump over the edge, at least on the process, we would find out how far down we have to go.
The creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. So we could, but like it feels a lot more humane to just let him be. Thank you
Yes,
for
let him
being
go
a
down
good
with the
boy.
crashing ship.
So you're
Here,
taking the badger with you?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Take Honey Badger Sven with me. And thank Honey Oak Sven for being such a good boy.
Yes, thank you,
And
honey.
leave him to his own devices. He knows where the forested area is.
Those of you who aren't aware, I'll show you in chat as well. Oops, let me zoom out a little bit. If you go up to the top right, there's a calendar symbol. And hover over it and open that up, and you can see the current time and date. The date will always, I say always, but will usually be correct. The time will usually be accurate up to whatever else you guys were doing, if nothing else, when you started that night. And if you look down, for example, it says Tuesday, 3rd of third moon. So if you look at the month of third moon, on the 3rd, there's a black square. Any other square, any other date that has a red dot, you can double click on it and it'll open up and tell you what notes that were made by me. So to answer your question, John, you open up the third. It says at 8:30 in the morning you left Nashkel on your flying carpets and broom, and then you arrived at the cow complex at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So yeah, it was about evening time by the time we got here. So, I mean, taking that into consideration, and for example, not saying we have a calendar on us at all times, I would have to say that for it to go from land to a middle of a full-blown ocean would be, however, not far-fetched to say it's moving quite.
You guys got there.
Oh, it was over the ocean when we got there?
Went almost directly west from
Okay.
Candlekeep. I mean, yeah.
I also didn't realize it was over the ocean when we got here, so good news, guys. It's still over the ocean.
Yeah, so it must be. If we're in the middle of the ocean, can we see land? Is there any, like, if we, like, for
No,
example,
we can't see land. It is dark.
Not even like
carpets hover. Well, your Griffin won't, but we can go through the night till we reach land.
The cloud keep drops away from you guys as you guys are sitting there figuring out what you're doing now that you are on the carpets and the
Before,
room.
I don't know if
And
you guys
Griffin
did this,
and John
but
start falling as well. Are you going to take up and try to circle around them and talk to them some more, or are you just going to move?
I'm just pretty much going to go. If we're leaving this place, then I suggest I'll just follow them to wherever we need to go to get home, because I have no clue where we are at the moment. So whoever has a better clue, I will follow. That's all I'm going to say and take off.
So you can't
I do want to ask, when John got his griffin, what did you guys do with the rest of them? Are they all still, like, in there, or did you
Yeah,
set
they're
them
all still
free?
in there. Yeah, they're still.
Well, they can get
there.
out.
They can get out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they aren't
Well,
tied
they-
in there or anything.
There are
They just
no doors or anything in the stall area in the stable.
Okay.
They
Wanted
can
to make
leave
sure
anytime
that they were
wanted
not,
to.
like,
There was nothing
trapped.
keeping them in there.
Yeah,
besides
no.
Food and only one. None of them. There was harnesses and saddles for all of them, but there was harnesses and saddles for 6. There were only 5 griffins there, and but none of them were in use.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Task sort of help me saddle this one up and help me get situated with it while you were away doing other subjects.
Well, anyway, we should start going, but maybe once we're on land, we can work on your bond a little bit more.
as
Thank
we're
you.
flying and he's circling, Tuss is gonna yell, "Go down till you can see the water and head towards land," and then start like directing the carpet to go down until he can actually kind of like perceive the water below him, so he at least has some semblance.
Yeah, I'm going to follow Tuss
Right?
I'm going to follow Tuss basically and stick as close as I can to Tuss without actually knocking him off the carpet, basically,
You guys
and just
hear
follow
a
him.
huge splash.
Oh gosh. Oh, we were closer than we thought.
We really were 61 feet up, though.
Close. I had been watching the time. And waiting for you guys to take another short rest, or maybe try to do a long rest because it's night.
I was
What you were
thinking
gonna
about
do.
a long rest. But like you said, it was falling, and I'm like, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I was like, I figured we probably had just enough time to loot the rest of the buildings and then get off before we crashed. Not even time for a short rest.
Yeah,
So funny.
It would have been funny if we just kept.
I recommend soon as we find land or like some sort of land semblance or island or something, I recommend we take a rest for a while, because I am physically exhausted after fighting hill giants all night or all afternoon or evening. So
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
It's late, but we gotta find a place to actually rest.
yeah.
So when you
Well,
guys came here, you were flying very high. Right now, you're not sure what your elevation is. And so what is your plan? Those of you with high enough survival, Tusk, Genesis, would know north, south, east, and west. Anybody with a sailor background would know north, south, east, and west.
Yeah. Well, I have a
And
pirate background, not a
that
sailor background, but
includes you as a pirate would know north, south, east, and west.
alright.
And you know you basically want to go east
yeah.
because you are all out somewhere to the west.
Yeah. I'm going to suggest just flying east as fast as we can just to find land.
Yeah. Basic ideas. Go
So if I
down till
look
we
over-
can like have a view of what's below us, and then backtrack the direction we kind of came from. So head east.
But looking over the edge of the magic carpet, I can look down. Can I get a feel for? Can I see anything? Out to 120,
No.
black and white or whatever. Nope, there's nothing down there yet.
Well, we're at least 120 feet up.
I was gonna say, my griffin, however, has night vision. Can it notice anything and alert me to anything? It has a dark vision up to, I think, 60 feet.
How would you communicate with him to do that?
I don't know. Like, does it like shake its head, look in any specific direction? Do I notice any body language from it per se? Not so much vocal
mean,
tones,
You
but like
can't
body
see
language.
your griffin.
There are times when you can't see the rest of your griffin. There are other times when the clouds part and you're able to see
Okay.
dimly enough to where he is there. But for them, you have gargles of night, so you're fine. You have dark vision up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
So,
Got it. That's on me.
is it? But they are not coded, so I'll put that on there so that we remember that.
When
Either
you rename
insight or animal handling in the tower.
when you rename my Ravenclaw, it just absolutely removed all its stat abilities as well. The page is blank, so
So give me either insight or animal handling.
insight or animal handling. Let's see what I'm proficient in. I am proficient in insight, so we'll do that.
Goggles of night. Right, there you go. So now it is the chat. Alright, so since you've been flying around, you haven't seen any odd behavior from it.
Okay.
Us kind of all that I was doing, and then just started descending slowly, kind of in a circling, just to not crash or anything. And he's gonna go descend until we see the water below us.
Yeah, John is
So
just
you're
gonna
taking a
follow.
slow circle. John following. Genesis, what are you doing?
Well, Genesis just wants to go east, but she's not leaving people behind, so she will also follow. Make sure not to get too low.
Just want to see.
Okay. Again, it's a little hard to follow them, but you are able to match their speed and get, because they're going a lot slower anyway. And then you're able to stay within 60 feet. You guys can see Genesis just fine because she has light on, so it's easy to see her almost as long as your sight is unhindered. And Kithri, what are you doing? Just gonna
in technically lore of games. So wouldn't that make it a mystical monster?
I don't know. Gimbal, give me a percentile. I don't know what they're classified as. They might be.
Where's my
Merfolk or
Oh, it's
merfolk?
correct. No, it's not. Crap. What the hell?
Your computer glitching out on you or something?
Oh, no. It's just they changed the dice a little bit, and I used to buying it a certain way, and I couldn't remember. I changed my dice so that the one on the right is
So
now
right now the cloud
percentile
cover is
by
pretty
itself.
thick. You guys can't really see much beyond your dark vision. K3, do you have some sort of way of doing the dark?
Athena has like
The light. Okay.
Yeah.
A glowing owl.
And
The
you're also
beacon in
following
the night.
Genesis, so it's not like you're getting lost or anything, accidentally hitting the water. And Genesis reflects off the surface of the ocean anyway, so you always know. I said that's not an issue at all. So
She's just a shining
what are you
beacon
guys
in the
doing with this
night.
land that you're getting close enough now? Everybody can see it. Tusk, you're pretty much getting over it. How far are you? Up are you going? Or are you landing? You see you're on a beach, and a forest comes up to within 30 feet of the water's edge.
Okay.
Looks to be an extensive
I think
forest
he'll
in both directions.
descend and he'll cast Split the Difference. Be about 15 feet from the forest edge and the water's edge as he kind of circles and descends down to it.
Okay.
And he'll go to land.
Alright, so you guys, anybody else not doing that?
Nope, I'm just gonna follow Tusk and land next to him when he lands on the griffin and pretty much be like, is this where we're resting for the night?
Probably. It's the closest land, and honestly, I'm tired.
Yeah, same.
Do we want to land right here or find a suitable place to set up camp?
Well, you guys have landed.
Oh, yeah, Tusk landed. I don't know. You can be hovering above him if you want, but...
Yeah. John landed as well.
Okay. Oh.
So
And
the
this-
griffin shakes. Wasn't that long of a ride.
Yeah. And we got jungle around. It might be a little hard to find a...
Give me an animal handling or insight, John.
Insight dice tower, or do I know how well I do? Do dice tower.
Yes, the dice tower. So you think this thing? So it's clear from the way it's acting. It's expecting you to do or say something. It's sort of cocking its head, turning, watching you, waiting.
I'm just going to pat it and say, "Good boy, thank you for being there for me."
So it sort of trills a little bit and moves its head up and then settles down on its haunches.
Yeah.
Are you getting off?
I'm going to fly. I'm going to try to find somewhere to tie it so it doesn't run away like a horse would. I'm assuming there's a tree within range I can tie it to and leave it there. And I'm probably going to see if I can find some food for it because it's probably hungry.
How are you tying it? Are you tying its bridle and the reins, or are you using a rope?
I'm just gonna do like the horse and tie the reins to wrap the reins around the tree leg or something like that, basically, and leave it there.
Okay. As you walk back to the rest of the group, he is right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reins have been bitten in half.
So anyways, I think resting on the beach should be good.
We will leave it here.
Yeah.
I was looking for a beach and then my computer froze. So we'll worry about the rest later. I'll find my files and later. So you have finished the Cloud Keep, and everybody survived. So good on you guys.
Me.
You even
So-
have an extra person, although the elk didn't live. It's
We don't
He
that
was
you know
going
of.
away at dawn anyway.
You don't
Okay.
know. It
Rip
could have
elk,
survived.
rip lion.
You're not sure.
I do
Maybe it
know
did.
it says it. It
No, I'm
says it
saying you
in
don't
the
know if it died
description.
when
Oh.
the Cloud Keep hit the
Oh.
water. You don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, it
Oh,
could be
no.
out there
Sleeping
I don't want to
swinging.
know.
The unconscious lion is probably
Yeah.
dead.
The unconscious tied up lion.
Yeah, that's
Tied him up?
loving. Yeah, she.
The other one
Tusk
woke
tied
up,
him.
so I tied
Yes.
that one up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's dead. I'm sorry.
So
What
Yeah.
I'm going
The
to
griffins
say
probably survived.
Yeah,
Probably.
the Griffins probably, as soon as they heard it getting ready to crash down, they probably took off and flew away. But
Well,
thanks for playing with me, guys. I appreciate it. Next week, we are doing our monthly campaign, so
Excuse me.
we will not be streaming, but tomorrow we are. So come back for that. Harass the people playing tomorrow, and then Sunday is Starfinder, and then we do it all again. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'll turn off the wind because you guys have landed, and
Hmm.
don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
good night,
good night,
guys.
everybody. Catch
Bye.
you later.
Did you know that
Wow.